This black fungus, also called as a mucormycosis patient, who has lost his entire upper jaw. We did a zygomatic implants in 2014 itself. That was really challenging. So we started giving all my visiting cards in hospitals and clinics and whatnot everywhere. So everybody, everywhere I got turned down. It's not their mistake or my mistake, because nobody accepts an initial person who just finished, because they don't try venturing their patients with a newcomer. So honestly, there is nothing like a best implant in the market. Bombarding patient with antibiotic is not at all a good thing. This attitude should change.
Hi viewers, welcome to my channel Dental Treasures. So today we have with us a special guest, Dr. Sudhakar Reddy. So why special? So I'll just give you a small introduction about sir. So sir has completed BDS in Rajarajeshri Dental College in the year 2008, followed by which he's done his MDS in Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, and then he's done his Diplomat in ICOI and WCOI. So currently he's working as assistant professor in Sri Rajiv Gandhi College of Dental Science. He goes as a various consultant in various clinics and hospitals, including Apollo. Sir has achieved University 8th rank in the Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. He's also a university topper, first rank in the theory marks. Sir has got a lot of international and national publication. He's also treated various eminent personalities like cricketers, actors, bureaucrats, IT giants, and politicians. He's placed around 17,000 dental implants. Sir is the only clinic, or this is the only clinic where implants are placed. So even if patient wants a small filling or scaling, it's not done here. So it is exclusively only for implants. So this is like a huge achievement. It's like a feather to your cap. We are so proud for you to have in this show, sir. So welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Prince. It's nice to meet you. And nice to have a good introduction.
So, have you ever thought in your childhood that you'll be so successful dentist?
No, truly I didn't really realize that I'll become so successful, and still I feel I've not achieved what I'm supposed to be, and I still aim for that.
These many years of experience and 17,000 implants is no joke. Can you please share your journey, sir? How did it all start?
Obviously, just like any other, most of the dental friends or juniors, even I didn't decide to become a dentist at the first. So I wanted to be an MBBS doctor. Probably later I want to be a surgeon. So when I tried the entrance, I did not get the MBBS. So obviously I had to settle with BDS. But still the passion inside was still left, that I had to do something with the surgery. So from the day one to until I finished my internship, the desire of being a surgeon was still inside my heart. And that's how by the time I reached my internship, I realized that only field of dentistry which has direct connection to a surgery field is only a maxillofacial surgery. So that, yes, once I finished my MDS, I thought I'm done with everything. I'll start my practice, especially the surgery. So I started looking for hospitals, and nobody put a red carpet and call you and say, start doing surgeries. So I started giving all my visiting cards in hospitals and clinics and whatnot everywhere. So everybody, or everywhere I got turned down. It's not their mistake or my mistake, because nobody accepts an initial person who just finished, because they don't try venturing their patients with a newcomer. So that's how I realized, to stabilize, first thing I need a support. So that's how I started going to multiple dental clinics as an oral surgeon who just tried removing a tooth or wisdom tooth, all such things. But then later I realized this is not really giving me the support what I require. So obviously I thought I needed a college support once again. So luckily in that I joined one of the dental college. So from there onwards, I started increasing my consultations. Along with that, I started going to multiple hospitals. But then, that curve is not that high rise of what I was expecting. Okay. At this point, I realized by probably checking my boss that implants is the field where probably I can grow much at a faster rate. So that's how I started converting all my private practice, where I used to go for a wisdom tooth or a tooth removal or oral surgical practice, into an implants. But it really didn't come in a short while or just easily. Because I started implant practice in clinics where they never even done a single implant. This is, I'm talking about 2010-11. So my clinics were very low end clinics, or a single chair, or they have a heavy running practice, or people outside, sometimes 15 people used to sit. So my job is just go and just pull out the teeth and come out, that's it. But I started giving the input to those doctors that instead of don't look for money in the bridges. Instead, you can save their natural tooth, try to convince for a bridge. So as on doing for a wisdom tooth where I used to get 1,500 rupees, so I used to tell them, you do implant instead of doing a bridge, where you take most of the cut, just give me probably just double the wisdom tooth price, that's all. So where I used to get double the amount, my visit where I used to go for a wisdom tooth, it used to be double I used to get when I do the implants. So obviously the more chunk I used to give it to the dentist, so it is such an encouraging for them. So they started convincing more and more. That's how they refer to their other friends. So the journey started in that way. Then it multiplied and multiplied. Along with that, at that point, the basal implant concept was very new. Probably in 2014, I went to a place and learned basal implants and came back to Bangalore. Probably by that time, nobody in Bangalore was doing except probably one person. And that's how I started my basal implants also, where people were not giving an immediate teeth. I used to give them. That's how the further rise started.
So there are so many implants available in the market.
Yes.
So as a dentist, how can we explain to the patient like which implants to give, or according to your suggestion, which is the best implant to be given to a patient?
Now, honestly, there is nothing like a best implant in the market. Every implant or whatever available which is coming out in a proper manner is all good. But only thing, there are a lot of variants. It goes with patients. Depends on the type of bone, the type of need, and also their financial backgrounds. So you see, there nowadays in the market there are hundreds of companies, starting from the top-notch Nobel, Straumann, till Korean, Israel brands, whatnot, lots. Every implant is good. Even I do Israel company, I do Korean, I do Nobel, I do Straumann, and also basal implants. So whenever any patient walk in, I feel it is a duty to give all the varieties and their price ranges. It is up to the patient to decide what is best suited for them. And if any changes you, or being a dentist who prefer particular case, then you can suggest that. Otherwise, I feel all implants are same. Maybe it just differs based on patient's need, financial conditions, and yes, bone factors or patient needs.
Your place close to 17,000 implants,
Yes.
and that's like a massive number. Of course, like things can go wrong. There might be some failure cases, and patient has invested a lot of money and time and all these things. Definitely, or as a dentist, we all fail in some or the other activities. It's these failures which make us strong. So how do you handle such failure cases?
Yes. In implants or any other medical or dental procedures, failures are part. So when it comes to implants, what I say, every patient has to be educated about the success and the failure rate related to their condition before itself. And then, yes, of course, even I have encountered a lot of failures, but even any failure happens, since you already explained before about the procedure and their success, so patient first thing they'll understand. And from our side or from my side, I will definitely repeat once again. I'll try to find out in that particular case what is the cause, what is the factors which has resulted in a failure, and I'll try to rectify that, whether in terms of deficiency of vitamins, or as medical conditions, or surgical failures, and then probably lack of sufficient bone, then to graft it. And definitely it is a duty of dentist, you can give an attempt to once again to redo the procedure, and that makes patient happy. If still failures encountered, then there's definitely something wrong, and you have to investigate and explain to the patient, and probably go with the next available option other than the implants.
So in this many years of dental practice, so which was the most challenging case for you?
Challenging cases went in a step-by-step manner. When I was doing a normal regular implants, there the basic grafting was a challenge for me. So when I achieved that grafting, if after doing many cases of that, then probably the sinus lift procedures was a bit challenging. But after doing whatever around 400 plus sinus lifts, then it became zygomatic implants was a bit tougher job. So my toughest case what I encountered was in 2015, where the whatever you say now black fungus people are calling for the post-COVID effects. This black fungus, so called as a mucormycosis patient who has lost his entire upper jaw, we did a zygomatic implants in 2014 itself. That was really challenging, and luckily it went so smooth that patient still comes for a follow-up, and it is really successful and has given me the joy. But at the same time, it has given me the sweat at that time. Nowadays, people terms it as a medical tourism, and I say it as a dental tourism. There's this exclusive thing called TMJ. Now in India, a TMJ, a joint treatment is it's less or ignored field is what I say. Our dentists or Indian dentists are far better in performing those treatments than even the Western. So whenever a celebrity patient comes to you, you will definitely will be under pressure. Controlling and doing that is very important, and we tend to give overcare. Okay? I think that we should reduce it, and any patient we should focus in such a way we are doing only for a regular patient. Certain things newcomers should also think. Dentistry is definitely an excellent field, and putting a clinic is definitely a great idea, not just an idea where whether you click or not.